How powerful is Farouk Kibet?
Kama mjawahi kusikia dictator ni Farouk Kibet.
If the corridors of power had a bouncer, his name would definitely be Farouk Kibet, a man with no official title beyond personal assistant to the president. And yet, in the past 24 hours, he's had more digital ink spilled over him than most cabinet secretaries combined. Why? Because former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua went on national television and all but crowned him co-president.
He says that I was fighting Farouk Kibet. Farouk Kibet is not a small man. He is a co-president in this country.
Now, thanks to that bombshell interview and a conveniently timed viral video, Farouk's power, or perhaps the myth of it, is under the nation's microscope. In the now infamous 17-second clip, Treasury CS John Mbadi arrives at an official function flanked by his entourage. Enter Farouk Kibet, stage left. With the quiet authority of a man who owns the script, he walks up to Mbadi, grabs his hand, and gently but firmly redirects him away from his own company. One man tries to intervene, poor soul, but Farouk brushes him off with the ease of someone accustomed to command. Mbadi doesn't resist, he follows. Now, social media erupts. Who is this man? What power does he wield? Why is a CS answering to a PA? All valid questions, and they are not new.
Kama mjawahi kusikia dictator ni Farouk Kibet. Na unajua yeye ana ofisi, lakini hako na corridor ingine ambayo inaitwa the corridor of power.
Unajua watu wanasikiaga Farouk. Wanafikiria ni mtu utaenda upate ako na ofisi from moja pale kwa rais wetu.
Huyu Farouk ni mtu tofauti. Hata hao watu wa kuandika magazeti hawajui waandike anaitwa nani. Ni mtu ako na responsibility. I works hard, lakini you cannot go somewhere na useme hii ndio ofisi ya Farouk. Ofisi ya Farouk ni penye Farouk ako.
But sasa watu waliingia kina Farouk, utafikiri wao ndio wamechaguliwa kama rais. Matapeli ndio wamezungusha Rais Ruto.
Just months ago, during a presidential visit to Uas in Gishu, Farouk was caught on camera again, doing what no PA should dare. Stage managing the country's second in command, Deputy President Kithure Kindiki, then trailing behind President Ruto with the relaxed air of a man enjoying local entertainment, found himself politely but visibly nudged into formation. Farouk appeared whispered or perhaps ordered something, and suddenly Kindiki, smiling sheepishly, repositioned himself behind the president, right where Farouk wanted him. In both incidents, Farouk says little, but his gestures speak volumes. A tug of the hand here, a whispered instruction there, and a powerful men on paper outrank him by miles. Obey. To the casual observers, it looks like Farouk is calling the shots. But to Gachagua, it is not a look, it is a fact. The former deputy president has openly accused Farouk of running the show behind the scenes, acting as gatekeeper, power broker, and political muscle rolled into one. Now, if President Ruto is the head, Farouk Kibet is the hand, always moving, rarely seen, and apparently indispensable.
Farouk Kibet runs the government. Everybody reports to him. The Inspector General of Police, the head of public service, cabinet ministers. William Ruto issues instructions to cabinet ministers through Farouk Kibet. Ministers tremble at his very sight. So, Farouk Kibet wanted to give instructions to Gachagua. Gachagua was elected by the people of Kenya alongside William Ruto. There is no way I would have allowed Farouk Kibet to give instructions to me. And let me tell you, Rogers, Farouk Kibet was trying to run my office, make appointments for people to come and see me. And initially, I thought it's okay, maybe that's how William Ruto wants us to work. Until I learned that Farouk Kibet was collecting money from people to come and see me, and I have nothing to give them in return. And I went and I told the president, Mr. President, I'm your principal assistant. Please, your personal assistant cannot give me instructions. And if you want to give me any instructions, you give them yourself and I obey them to the letter. But you cannot use your PA to order me around. And your PA is taking advantage to make money from people. And I told you, Mr. President, for your information, because I'm your advisor in this matter, I will be failing in my duty if I don't advise you and tell you what is happening.
Okay.
All the people Farouk Kibet is clearing to come and see you, he's collecting money. And there's hue and cry in town. And State House is getting very disrespected because it has become a center of corruption. All appointments of people coming to see you, Kibet is collecting money. And Mr. President, I think you need to check this. But if you want to continue with it, tell him to keep off my...
But President Ruto isn't buying the hype. In his own words, Farouk Kibet is a small man in his administration, a loyal aide, nothing more. A humble foot soldier, except foot soldiers don't rearrange cabinet secretaries like furniture.
Mbele magari, naomba tufungue kule mbele wananchi ili tupishe magari. Hii basi ikiwa ndio gari ya mwisho, niombe tuweze sasa kukaribisha.
So, where does the truth lie? Is Farouk Kibet merely a trusted assistant with an overzealous approach to protocol, or is he the Rasputin of State House, unelected, untitled, but undeniably influential? Whatever the answer is, one thing we are sure right here, in a government of big titles and bigger egos, the man without one continues to steal the show, and Kenya can't stop watching. In fact, you have heard many people labeling him as the former President Moi's, friend or ally. Be what? Well, what do you think about Farouk Kibet? Leave your thoughts on our comment section. That is it for now. Thanks for watching. Let's be next time. Bye-bye.